Hello, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network, and today I'm going to give you guys a recap on what happened at the council meeting, as well as talk about just a few other things that are going on. So let's get to it. All right, so I gotta say I am very excited. So I'm just going to fix one thing here. I'm just going to move that there and make it a little bit bigger so everybody can see, and maybe a little bit smaller there. Maybe that could be done, and boom. There we go. Yeah, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network. Lots of fun things going on, such as we are going to be creating a new Facebook and YouTube channel. So right now, my job, as you guys all know, is to talk about civic stuff such as news, council meetings, stuff like that of that nature. That is not going to be going away. However, we are going to be adding another channel of sort of more fun things, random things, entertaining things. Some of those ideas are such as we want you guys to send in challenges to myself and maybe one other person might join me. Send those in to honjournalist@ashcrofthub.com. So if you have a challenge that you would like for me to attempt, I'm not saying I'm going to be able to do it, but I will give it a try. Send in your challenge to me. Let's see if I can do it. Send those challenges in. Also, we would like to do a thing where you guys send in a mystery box to us that I have to open on air, and whatever is inside the box I have to try on, eat, create, whatever's in the box. But let's try and not go too crazy with like disgusting things, but fun things to start out with. Maybe we can go more disgusting later on. Anyway, so if you're interested in joining in on the mystery box thing, you can send one to us, and then we will send one back to you, at which point we would hope that you would film yourself opening the box and trying out the things in the box. So starting February 1st is when that particular channel is going to launch. And what we're also hoping to be capable of doing is creating more community-based content. So if you have a skill that you have or something that you would like to showcase, we want to showcase that with you. So we would like to use this Facebook and YouTube channel to showcase those things that you are good at. We want to showcase you and have some fun ourselves. So please send in your mystery boxes and challenges to honjournalist@ashcrofthub.com. We're going to start creating content next week, but we're not going to post it until about the 1st of February. And then our YouTube channel is going to go live on the 1st of March once we sort of build up some content. So that's really exciting on our end. Another thing that we've been doing is the random acts of kindness. So we've been able to get your guys' suggestions for all sorts of stuff, for all sorts of people. Luckily, this was provided by the BC Responsible and Problem Gambling Awareness Group. So Roxanne from them has been very affluent in being able to give us money and be able to do some fun stuff in our area, such as the game shows that we did a few months ago and these random acts of kindness. So here is what the random acts of kindness actually looked like. And we still have some more to hand out and some more to do. We got some big things coming up. So let's check out this video and then we will get on to what is going on in Ashcroft. Hello, is your name Darlene?
Yes.
You have been nominated for a random act of kindness.
Oh, is that
Awesome.
ever nice?
Well, thank you.
Well, that's very nice.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
And Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to you too.
In the middle of December, the Hub Online Network started a random act of kindness campaign. This was all made possible with the support of the BC Responsible and Problem Gambling Program. The community was asked to nominate individuals to receive a random act of kindness. We had quite a few people nominated for various reasons, from they do great things in the community and deserve recognition, to they've had a tough year and need to know that someone is thinking of them. The acts of kindness included gift cards for a spa day, to the grocery store and local restaurants, as well as gift bags full of self-care items. Right before Christmas, we loaded our sleigh and headed out to brighten people's days. We also did some spur of the moment acts of kindness, handing out little gift bags and paying for someone's groceries. We provided the Equality Project with a big box full of toiletry items to include in their Christmas bags they were handing out to their members. We've got some fun random acts planned for January, and there is still time to nominate someone you think deserves their day to be brightened. Email hawnmanager@ashcrofthub.com with the who, why, what, and where, and we will do our best to fulfill your request.
Yeah, so that's just some of the things that we've been doing, and again, we have a few more. So also, if you would like to get yours in, if there's someone that you think deserves to have a random act of kindness, you can email honmanager@ashcrofthub.com. Tell us who deserves it, why, all of the things. We hand out a card to everybody, and the cards are anonymous, so we know who hands them out, but the person getting it wouldn't. So please get in your random acts of kindness today before we run out of money. We got some big things coming up for that, so stay tuned to the Hub Online Network. And I will re-talk about the fun things we're going to do at the end of the show. So otherwise, let's get to it. So before the overall recap of the council meeting, let's look at what's been happening in Ashcroft, specifically around these days. So sort of the big thing that the village of Ashcroft has been talking about is the Village and Community Futures would like to let you know about a new program called Rapid Response and Residency through the Kamloops Innovation is available to help those who live in the Thompson-Nicola region. If you are a small, medium business or a nonprofit, we can help you adapt to working in the online environment. You can apply for a grant that would set you up with an approved business that can help you take your businesses to the next level online. You can find out what's going on at Community Futures Sun Country, or find this link on the Village of Ashcroft's Facebook page, or we're going to add this particular link in the description of this video as well. So check that out if you are a small to medium-sized business or a nonprofit that isn't online. You can get a grant to hook yourself up there. So what we have done with the councils, and this goes for Ashcroft and Cache Creek, and we're hoping to be including Clinton. They have a meeting tonight where they're going to talk about us coming and filming their meetings as well. So we're hoping to add Clinton to the repertoire of the videos that we do. However, the Hub Online Network has partnered with the Village of Ashcroft in this case to broadcast all of their ongoing public meetings live on our Facebook page. So if you haven't subscribed to us yet, if you're watching this and haven't subscribed and you're interested in what the councils in our area are doing, please subscribe and make sure to watch on Monday nights council meetings. So every first and third Monday of the month is going to be Cache Creek councils. Every second and fourth Monday of the month is going to be Ashcroft councils. And then if Clinton decides that they would like to take on our services, it would be Clinton every other Wednesday starting, so as of like tonight, so every other Wednesday now. So check that out, and now we're moving on. Also, we're bringing council precaps. So on Mondays, or in Clinton's case, Wednesdays, we would be going over the material that is in the agenda that is given for that meeting before the meeting happens. So if you're at home, you know what's going to be going on without having to read the agenda yourself. We'll give a breakdown as to what's in there and the major things that they're going to be talking about that may affect you and you don't know that it's a thing that's going on. So make sure you check out for those. Now, what we use for an audio system currently isn't very good, and I admit that it's not very good. We are looking at correcting this issue and bringing you clear presentations of these council meetings, especially now that we're going to be going live, and I can't fix it in post mostly. So we're looking at getting different sets for each council chamber to make the audio way better. The video is going to be pretty good regardless, but it's the audio that we're having problems with, which we're going to be fixed in the next couple of weeks. So Cache Creek might still be a little bit dicey on Monday, but hoping that the following meeting for Ashcroft will be good, and then it will be good moving forward. Now, the meeting started at 6 p.m. on Monday. All the council members were in attendance. For those who are unaware of who is sitting on council these days, we have Marilyn Anderson, Jonah Anstedt, Nadine Davenport, and Deborah Toohey. The mayor of Ashcroft is Barbara Roden, and they were joined by Chief Administrative Officer, or CAO, Daniela Dick, and Chief Financial Officer Yogi Bala. So CFO, CAO, those are going to be acronyms that I say all the time in these things moving forward. And the Director of Public Works, Brian Benowith. This is the first council meeting of 2021. After the adoption of the agenda and with no delegations, the floor was open to public input and questions. These live streams, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making live streams better. For these live streams need to have a better system for people to be able to ask their questions in a timely fashion. And as we live in this format, we're going to be evolving how we do these things to work out the kinks. However, beforehand, TNRD resident Gloria Mertens had emailed in her questions to the council ahead of the meeting. And Gloria always asks fairly good questions. So anyway, so there were several of Gloria's questions that were not answered at this particular meeting, as they were deemed not applicable to the items on the current agenda. Mayor Roden stated that emailed answers would be sent to Gloria in regards to her questions. So what that means is, what they're going to be doing is taking questions that are pertinent to the specific agenda that is in their hand, not including minutes from the previous agenda. So if you have questions about the previous agenda and it's not on the standard agenda for the next meeting, they'll send you an email answer, but it won't be something that they answer in council chambers, is my understanding of what they're going to do. And so with no other questions beyond that, the council moved on to staff reports and items that needed motions and decisions. So one of the reports covers the appointment of councillors to certain committees. Those committees include the emergency plan update, storm drainage and runoff study, water into Ashcroft Indian Band, North Ashcroft Reservoir, Trails Master Plan, Heritage Park Assessment and Community Garden, Fire Department Sustainability, etc. Some of the things that didn't make that particular list onto the agenda was sort of health, tourism, and we'll talk about more here in a sec. So there were some changes that did actually happen that included the health committee that isn't listed above. So Councillor Anderson asked to move from the health committee, and Councillor Anstead wanted to switch his tourism committee for the health committee, which Councillor Anstead and Councillor Davenport declared too much, as they declared too much of a conflict of interest on the tourism committee. It was very confusing in how they did things, to the point where Mayor Roden had to say that she had kept score and written everything down in a particular order, and this is what she actually said. So the changes that took place involves, on the health committee, Councillor Toohey and Mayor Roden as the alternate. The tourism committee now has Councillors Anderson and Anstead as the alternate. The NDIT committee now has Councillors Davenport and then Councillor Anstead as the alternate. And lastly, for the Heritage Committee, Deborah Toohey and Councillor Davenport would be the alternate. So those are really the big changes. Two committees that people are on. And if you're interested in knowing where everybody currently is on all of their other committees and sitting places, you can find that on or in the agenda package from this particular meeting. Next up was the new transit agreement, which was agreed upon and passed. Then there was the released closed meeting items, which was pretty interesting because there are still several redacted items on the list, but that just means that they're still that they're still in the sensitive part of the process, and or these items ultimately are just not finished yet and they're still being talked about before a motion can be put forward. This item ultimately is just added for the council's information and was received and filed. There were several letters that were pieces of correspondence that were just received and filed. Councillor Anstead recused himself from the next topic of discussion, which gives the Ashcroft Volunteer Fire Department a $500 grant in aid for children care payments to help the current roster finish training that is almost complete. So they got a grant to do a bunch of training. They're almost done, but they just need that extra bit of time. So this $500 will go towards child care, like babysitters and stuff. SD 74 sent in a letter explaining their intent to start the disposal process of the Ashcroft Elementary School property, which is now referred to as the Ashcroft Hub. The council moved a motion to set up a Zoom meeting with the school board in regards to this particular subject. No one asked to have their name put forward for Silga, and there was a letter sent from the RCMP in response to correspondence that was sent in the fall from both Mayor Roden and Mayor Tellerico from Cache Creek. Now, those are just sort of the main things that took place. It's kind of just a recap and breakdown as to what happened. You can check out the whole meeting on our YouTube channel. And again, you can see all these streaming live at 6 o'clock moving forward. The next one being Cache Creek at 6 o'clock next Monday. So that's rather the recap of what happened. Thank you very much. And again, if you are interested, please send in a mystery box. Don't spend a lot of money on this, and but it would be a lot of fun to be able to see what you guys send in to make me do. Give me some challenges to do, and if it's a challenge for 2 people, maybe I can catch somebody in the hub building to do a challenge with me. We're going to be having an interview with the CAO of Ashcroft, Daniela Dick, to explain some of the things that she does, how villages run, that kind of thing coming up. We are, again, looking to expand into Clinton, and that's sort of what we have on the docket at the moment. So thank you guys very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow with another video, and have yourselves a good night.